that time, Wednesday workout, but because it's the holidays and things are just a little frantic for me and maybe for you, I thought today we'd go back to doing some yoga on the platform. It's been several years since I've really used our vibration platform for yoga. I was doing a lot of lives for Life Pro back in 2020, a little bit in 2021. And then we got into so many new and exciting products that I backed off of the therapeutic flows and the yoga flows and got more into strength training. But I think it's all about balance. And boy, is that hard to do during the holidays, right? So welcome, everybody. I'm going to be spending some time today taking you through a couple different sequences of yoga with and without weights. And I'm also going to include for you some early lives that I did, some links with Life Pro. I'll put them in the chat right now so that you have them. If you're new to yoga, I mean, I always tell people go, I can't do yoga. And I'm like, well, because you're not flexible, that's why you do yoga. And I get that. I mean, I hear it all the time. Let me get these two. There you go. Chair yoga. So if you are new to yoga and don't feel flexible or don't feel stable on your platform, I've got a chair yoga workout for you can do. And it's awesome because you don't have to be standing on it. So check that one out. I also have a beginner flow yoga that you may want to try as well. Like everything that I teach you and my clients, it's about breath, movement, paying attention to your body, what feels good, what doesn't feel so good, and you might have issues in the tissues that limit you. That's why we have all these amazing products from Life Pro to help us move better in our body. But just move for your range of motion, and the more you do this, the more you'll increase your range. So this is not necessarily a beginner class. I'm going to tell you that right now, but don't let that sway you from sitting in front of your electronic device and trying some of these moves, whether you're on a chair or standing or you're on the floor. Just play around with this. Just get toward the postures because it might be out of your comfort zone. But if you're a seasoned yogi and yogini, you'll get this, you'll understand, and you add vibration to it and it kind of changes everything, right? All of a sudden, the earth is moving underneath you. Now today you can see I've got two platforms here because I'm going to show one side and then the other side, and I don't want to move my platforms around. I have my Waver Mini. I've got a little pad on it, okay? Or you can use a towel, you can use a yoga blankets, you can use cushioning if need be. I'll try to remember to talk to you about props on that. Also, if you find that when you're coming down, bending down, that you don't have that flexibility to hinge from the hips. I don't want you to round your back too much. I don't want to do this kind of stuff. This is tough on your back. We hinge from the hips, then we fold. You've got blocks, okay? So have them handy. And all through COVID, when people were having a hard time getting products, props and things, I'm like, use toilet paper rolls. If you don't want to spend money on yoga blocks, if you're not sure that's your jam, use toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, just something to help bring the floor to you, okay? So welcome. If you're tuning in, I see we've got some people tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you've got some questions I can answer, not during this practice. Later on, I'm happy to do that. If you are a yogini, and you're ready to rock and roll with me, join me into it. Now, I'm also using my Power Flow dumbbells in part of this. I'm going to stick to the 5-pounders. You don't have weights, use 2 water bottles, use 2 cans. But, Life Pro's got some awesome options for adjustable dumbbells for the Power Flow Plus. They go on and on as you get stronger. So start where you're at, add on. Because I'm using vibration, because I'm using yoga moves with long levers, I'm not going to do a ton of reps. You know the name of the game, quality, not quantity, when it comes to moves. Let's see. I've got a couple of things I got to talk to you about real quick so I don't forget. Let's see. It is all about the Amber did a great job yesterday with her all the deals that Life Pro's got going on, the BOGOs. Amazing stuff, right? So I want to wish Amber a happy vacation. I know she's in Florida now, so I hope she's having a great time. And I hope Debbie's feeling great because I know she's been sick all week and she brought a great live yesterday. Can you be on the vibration platform when you're sick? So thank you, Debbie, for sharing that information with all of us. Hope you feel better. And I'm going to put right now in the chat about remember to enter the Life Pro review contest. Amazing that Life Pro in the season of giving, let's see if I got it there. In the season of giving, if you submit an entry about any of the products that you've purchased, you have chances to win a gift card, either an e-card, a Visa e-card for $150 or a Life Pro gift card for $250. So check that out. There's register to win. You've got the link there. So register to win. If you're a VIP member, that means you bought a product. You've sent in your registration. You've joined our group. And if you're not, if you're new to Life Pro, I hope this will encourage you to consider a vibration platform. You can do yoga, you can do weight training, you can do so many things on it. And join us. Our VIP family is awesome. We are a community that helps each other to live fit and age well. That's my mantra, not theirs. And we're all here together to help you. So I'm not going to chat anymore because I'm sure if you're watching, you're anxious to see this practice. I will, after the practice, I'm going to adjust my screen. After the practice, I'm going to put everything in the chat box. Well, let me do it right now. Why wait? Why wait, Rose? Let me give you a couple more things since I've got your attention. I'm going to give you, again, Life Pro is doing some amazing BOGOs and deals on their website and on Amazon. If you can't find something on a special, use that link with my name, Roseann, in the coupon code offer to get extra 10%. But if they're already giving some deals away, that might not apply. So that's my little shtick on that. Last but not least, here is the whole practice. When I put this in the chat, it runs together as one unit, but I'm just going to do it anyhow. That's all the stuff we're doing today. It looks like a lot, right? Fear not. I'm going to break it down. So let's dive in. I'm going to start on my vibration, my mini waver. I also have the hex plate here. I don't know if you guys know about this one. This is a little different. It's got some acupressure points on it, and it's got different programs. It's a little bit different than the waver in the way it oscillates. I feel it's got a little more intensity and oscillation, so you've got programs from 1 to, I believe, 1, 2, let me look at my cheat sheet because I can't remember all these cool things it has. 1 to 9. So you got programming and manual on this. Same thing on the Waver Mini. Which program do you use? Well, if you're new, my opinion, start with less vibration, okay? As you feel more comfortable, increase your vibration for instability. So that's kind of my rule of thumb. Everyone's got a different thought on that. Do what feels good for you. So let me begin. I am going to have blocks handy. I'm going to ask you to sit on your platform. Now, if you can't sit for whatever reason, you're going to sit on a chair and you'll put your feet on the platform, okay? That's if you can't sit on the platform, if you can't get down. But I'm going to have, I'm not going to use the chair. I'm going to actually sit down. We're going to do a centering of about 3 different moves. Then I'm going to stand up and we're going to go into our flow. I'm going to do both sides of the flow, and it is a flow, so I'm not going to spend so much time in description, more in movement, and then we're going to go to the Sculpt series, and then the cool down. It's a lot of information, a lot of moves, but take it a little bit at a time. So let's begin. Okay, I'm going to put my vibration platform in. I'm going to go into manual mode, and I'm going to just take it to about 40, okay? You're going to sit down in a comfortable seating position so you feel your sitting bones. I like to move around and move the fleshy parts of the seat to find the sits bone. So you're sitting tall. Ankles are crossed and hands on your knees. Pull your chin in, close your eyes. Let's go for 3 full cleansing breaths. You'll inhale, let the crown of the head reach the sky. Exhale, sink into your platform. Again, breathe in. Hold the breath for a moment. Exhale all the air. Now you can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Pull the belly back toward the spine. Exhale. Bring your hands together at the heart space. We're going to bring our thumbs and press our fingers together and bow the eyes toward the heart and take this moment to set the intention. Holiday stress. So we're looking at letting go of stress, worry, anxiety, expectations, anything that's bogging you down right now. And be right here, right now, present in the moment. So allow the jaw to relax, the hips to be heavy, but let the heart and the corners of your mouth lift. On your next inhale, we're going to reach up, inhale, stretch up, and exhale, hands go wide. You'll place your hands on your knees, and we're going to pull the belly back, tuck the chin. Inhale, eyes lift up, lift the chest, push the tailbone back. 2 more times. Tuck the chin, exhale. Think of this as a seated cat-cow. Inhale, the hip bones roll forward, tailbone pushes back. And 1 more time, exhale all your air. Shake out your head. And inhale, roll onto the front of the sitting bones. Just to get the spine to flex and extend. Now, we're going to reach up, inhale, shoulders drop, bend over to your left. You can put your hand on a block, the floor, or the platform, bend the left elbow, and reach over. Hand behind the head so your head doesn't drop, and let your eyes keep looking forward rather than down. And breathe into that whole right side of your body. Exhale, anchor your hip. Arm comes up, we inhale, shoulders relax. Exhale, you can bend into the other side. Right elbow bends, chin pulls in, hand behind the head, and stretch through there. Inhaling and exhaling, second time. Maybe you get a little bit more bend. Arms reach up, spine long, and exhale. 1 more time. This one should feel even better. Take a breath, lift the chest, and exhale. Last time on your right side, breathe in and exhale. Our spine is designed to do so many different directions, so I'd like to take a rotation. Right hand on the left knee, left hand reaches up and reach back. Bring the left hand up onto the right knee, right arm forward, inhale and exhale and reach back. First time's going to be a little sticky, so we'll do it again. Hand comes on the knee, reach up, inhale, exhale back. Inhale, exhale, and back. Big circle of the arm. That felt better the second time. Last time, reach forward, up, follow your thumb with your gaze, pushing the knee down, lifting the chest, lengthen up, and then last time on your right. So I stretch up and over, pushing down on the knee because I want the ribs to lift away from the pelvis, lifting the chest, eyes look back at the thumb, and come back. And sit here and just notice the difference, all the movement you've got in your ribs. So that's just a nice little warm-up. You can do it anytime. A lot of the yoga poses that help de-stress your body are forward folds. So sitting here and just dropping your head might calm your nervous system down. When we lift the chest, we open up and we bring more energy in. So anytime you need to come through into the practice and just drop and relax, you're welcome to do so. We're going to start standing now. Now, we always talk about how much time should I spend on a platform. Because I have this on and it's going to shut off automatically in 10 minutes or so, you're not always on the platform for the whole time. So don't worry if it's a couple rounds because we're not constant on it. Okay, so I'm going to bring my platform. I'm not going to use my padding on this for what I'm doing. I want to make sure you guys can see me. Keep your yoga blocks handy at the sides. And let's go ahead and stand on the platform in mountain pose. Heart lifts up, crown of the head. Let's reach up, inhale. Soft bend in the knees. Feet are as wide as the hip joints. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Ragdoll your way up. Reach up, inhale. Clasp the hands together. Interlace all fingers. Reach the index finger up. And we'll side bend to the right one time. Eyes gazing forward. Belly in. Side bend to the left. I call this candy cane pose for the holidays. Reach up. Open up the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to your hips. Right foot stays on the platform. Step back. Spin the left leg out and square your hips. Bend into your front knee. We're in our warrior one pose. Arms open wide. Lift the chest. Keep the back leg straight. Press into the platform heel. Breathe into this. Stretch the pinky fingers to the ceiling. And then exhale all your air. Go a little deeper. Straighten the platform leg. Hands come on the hips. You're going to rotate. So now heels are in line. Bend into the front knee. We're into our warrior two pose. Gaze over your front fingers. Shoulders drop. Tailbone curls up a little bit so belly comes in. And again, I want you to feel the platform heel pushing down. From the warrior two, exalted warrior, reach up. Slide your hand down the leg that's on the floor and stretch. Breathe into the whole side body. On an exhale, hands come through warrior and then stretch into side angle. So you want to get a nice long lie. That's why we call it side angle. If you want to go deeper, just slide your foot out a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. From side angle, we'll straighten the legs. You're going to turn both feet out. Check your hips to make sure you're not hip hiking and bend both knees into our goddess pose. Tail down, belly in, and put your hands at your heart space. And just sink into this pose. Every time you breathe, you go a little deeper. Dropping the sitting bones down. Straighten your legs out. Turn your toes forward and slightly in. Put your peace fingers on the hips and hinge forward. You can keep your hands on your thighs, or maybe this is a good time to bring a yoga block underneath your chest so your back is nice and flat. Tailbone pushing back, crown of the head reaching forward, shoulders in and abdominals pulled up. Feel the inner thighs stretch and hamstrings. And breathe into this. You're going to put a bend in your knees, put your hands on your hips, and come back up. You'll take the platform leg and turn the toes back to point away from the hips. Go into your warrior two. Take a big breath in. And we're going to come from warrior two and roll into an exalted warrior one more time. And shift and turn my hips. Now my knees coming to the ground. Carefully coming down. You can have a blanket under your knee if you want, but now I've got to really drive my hip forward to go into a crescent warrior B. There's a big stretch going on here. Relax your shoulders. Pull the chin and let the eyes gaze up. Take a nice big breath in. A long breath out. We'll take one more twist. Left hand goes on right knee. And we're going to reach back and revolve our crescent warrior B. Stretch back, reach back, lean. Arms come up, inhale. Hands come to the platform. You're going to bring your knees down. My platform just shut off, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it right in a program. I'll go a P1 or so, P1 or 2. Shoulders are back. I'm going to pick up my knees for bear pose just for a few minutes to pull the belly in and get my shoulders really well pressed against my ribs. Take a big breath in. Keep the knees bent. Drive the hips back. And you're in your downward facing dog. So I keep my knees soft on this because I want to really reach my butt back. And let the biceps line up with your ears. Take a deep breath in. Pull the belly in as you exhale. Your heels can be lifted. That's totally fine. From here, we're going to roll forward into your plank. Bring the knees down and shift back to child's pose. Shake your head. Press your finger pads into your platform. And come up. Lift yourself up. I'm going to shut this platform off. Turning around, I'm going to show you the other side. So we'll flow through that one more time. I hope you like this. So now I'm on my hex plate. Plate power on. And start. Same thing, okay? So we're going to stand nice and tall. Second side, inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands come on the shins, flat back. Ardha Uttasana. Exhale, forward fold. Come up, inhale. Hands come together. Interlace the fingers. And then let's index fingers to the ceiling as we side bend one more time to the right in candy cane. To the left. And hands come down. Now this time, my left foot stays on the platform. The right foot steps back. Pivoting out the right foot, but I want to square my hips and bend into my front knee. Abdominals pulled in. Warrior one. Full expression. Open up. You can even bend your elbows and open up the chest. Keep the chin pulled in. Take a few breaths here. See where you can create some space, some length. We'll bring the hands on the hips, straighten the platform leg. Step out a little bit, and we're going to turn those toes and turn the hips, and we're going to bend into warrior two. This is very important. Look at the front knee on the platform. Line it up, and then line your arms over it. Gaze over your platform hand. Take a few breaths. You can loosen up a little bit, go a little deeper in this if it feels good for you. Exalted warrior, we reach up, inhale. And exhale it out. We're going to open up from here into side angle. So I'm just resting my hand against my knee. And I've got a nice long line from pinky finger to heel that is on the floor. Breathe into this. Exalted warrior, reverse it, inhale. Straighten your platform leg. Turn so all 10 toes are out. Let me move this platform out of the way. It's a little too close. So all 10 toes are, we're going to go into goddess a second time. Tailbone down, belly in, hands at the heart space. Breathe into this. Stretch your legs up, turn toes slightly in, square the hips off one more time. Hinge from the hips, flat back. Use a yoga block if needed. If this feels good for you and you can go to the floor, drop the head all the way down. Hinging from the hips, come back to a flat back, bend the knees, rise up. Warrior two, we're back there. Transitioning. Exalted warrior, inhale. And then we're going to cartwheel our hands forward, pivot the hip, coming down onto the knee, pad the knee if you need to, and shift the hips forward. Watch the knee alignment and reach up to crescent warrior. Relax your shoulders, soft here but strong in the arms. Open the heart. You'll take right hand on left knee and rotate back. Left thumb is up as you look back at your thumb and revolve your crescent warrior B. Both hands come up on the inhale. Coming to the platform, knees down, palms pressing the platform, bear pose, hovered up. So this platform is a lot more oscillation. You can see my arms really moving and grooving here. Knees stay bent, push the butt back, and let your head drop between your arms, downward facing dog. If possible, heels come to the ground, tailbone to the sky, and belly pulls in. On your next exhale, roll forward to plank. Just for a moment, keep the belly pulled in, the tailbone tucked. Do not drop your head. Pull the chin in, knees come down, and here's child's pose. Shake out your head, press your finger pads into the platform, and come back up. And there you go. So that each side of our flow is about 5 minutes. We're going to go right into our sculpting series. Now you can always go through that flow 2 more times. You decide if you want to flow today and just de-stress your body from move all that nervous energy around. Make sure you hydrate. That's super important. The next part of this series is the sculpt series. And there's going to be 4 moves with weight. I'm going to go back to my first side on my Waver Mini. And I'm going to use 2 5-pound weights for my Power Flow Plus. So putting the platform on, 5 pounds in each hand. I'm going to go into my Warrior One. So this isn't really flowy as much as one transition went to the other, but you know the posture now. Right foot on the platform, left foot, toes are pointing out. And I'm going to go into a hammer curl. Let me re-cue that. Hammer curl to a shoulder press and down. Hammer curl, shoulder press. Hammer curl, shoulder press. I'm going to do this 2 more times with some movement, then we're going to hold the posture. 1 more. Now we're holding our Warrior Two, just the arms 5 times. Exhale. A few more, nice and slow. Last one. And I come back. Pivoting into Warrior Two. So I walk my floor leg out, hips are square. I'm going to bend into the front knee. Now in the Warrior Two, platform arm is in a shoulder press. I'm going to bend into my front knee, reach up, and straighten the leg, reach out. Up and out. Exhale and inhale. We're going to do this 2 more times, then we're going to hold the posture. 1 more. Great. Now, let's hold the posture in both arms. 5, nice and controlled. 4, exhale, 3. Make sure that alignment of your platform knee is right over your ankle. 1 more. And down. Straighten out your legs. Turn so all 10 toes are pointing out. We're going to go into goddess pose. Palms face your hips. Rowing up. Straighten the legs. Push the weights down. Elbows up. Think about the tailbone dropping down and the chest lifting up. You've got 2 more, then we're going to hold the goddess pose. Hold this one. Lift the platform heel and just the arms for 5, 4. Keep the chest and the corners of your mouth lifted. Breathe. 1 more. Arms come down, foot comes down. So we've got 1 more thing we're going to do. We're going to pivot facing your platform. Your floor knee comes down. I'm going to take both weights. You can take one. We're going to go ahead and reach up, and we'll go in a tricep extension. Bringing the weights back behind the shoulders and up to the sky. No movement in this, just keeping the legs nice and strong. Elbows stay lifted. Ribs stay in. Let's do 4 more of these. Exhale, push your knuckles to the sky. Drop your shoulders, set them in place. 2 more. All the way up. Bring the arms down. Set the weights down. Hands come on the platform. We're going to go right into our bear pose like we were before, just to shake out the shoulders. Push the hips back in your downward dog. Get a nice big stretch in your shoulders. You're going to roll back into plank, bring the knees down, and child's pose. Stay here a little bit longer and just relax. Feel the back stretching out, the heart rate coming down. And then bring yourself up. Okay, other side. So I'm just going to change platforms. You'll just change me, your electronic device, to the other side. Okay, so I'm back on my hex plates. I'm going to start it up. I'm on P1 here. I'm just on the lightest program. So we started with our crescent warrior. This time, left foot is on the platform, right leg is back, toes pointing out. I'm going to bend into this. So I've got a hammer curl, and I'm going to push up. Hammer curl, press up. Hammer curl and press. 2 more. Exhale, push into that platform leg. Now we're going to keep the warrior 1 move, just the arms move 5 times. Right hip bone shining forward, left foot pressing the platform. Breathe with this. 1 more. And then bring it down. Pivot facing me. So now, floor foot pointing forward, platform toes pointing in. We're going to go into our warrior 2 pose. Shoulder press, or set up for a shoulder press. And we're going to push up, straighten your platform leg, reach out. Use the breath. I don't care if you inhale here or exhale. I want you to just breathe. I like to exhale here. Inhale, 1 more. Now we're going to hold the warrior 2 pose in both arms. 5. Reach wide. 4. Hips stay square. 1 more. And then bring it in. Straighten both legs. We're in goddess pose now. So my heels are in, my toes are out. I'm going to bend my knees as I bring the weights up. Elbows lead higher than the hands, and then straighten the legs. You don't have to come up all the way. More about sinking down every time. 2 more, like you're zipping up a jacket. Hold this 1. Lift the heel that's on the platform and just arms now. 5. Big toe mound. Calf is working. And the shoulders. Good, and bring it down. Straighten the legs. You're going to pivot back to the hex plate or your vibration platform. Bring your knee down. So I used 2 weights. The first time I did the triceps, I'll show you with 1 weight. I'm holding the weight with both hands. Stretch up. I'm going to lean into my platform, bend my elbows, and reach up. Elbows hugging the ears. You can feel a really nice stretch in the right hip. Push into the platform leg. Hardest thing is to keep the elbows plugged in. 4 more times. Last 2. Excellent. So the weight comes down. You're going to put your hands on your platform, onto all 4s, shoulders back, bear pose. Belly pulls in. Keep the knees bent, shift the hips back. And then if this feels good for your hamstrings, drop your heels and lift your butt. Back is nice and long. Big breath in and out. We'll roll forward into your plank. Come down to your knees and uncurl the toes, take a child's pose. And come back. So that, again, maybe about 4 minutes each side. So now we're into 10, 20 minutes of exercise plus our stretching. Or the last thing I want to do is actually bring everything down with a cool down and more therapeutic, anxiety de-stressing moves. So I'm going to sit on my platform. I'm going to put a blanket on the platform for these first two moves. The last one, you're going to be against a wall. So I'm going to put my platform on, my Waver Mini. And for this one, I'm actually going to go quite a bit higher. I want a lot of energy to move in while I'm relaxing. Sounds kind of odd, right? More energy while I'm relaxing, but this is just going to shake everything out, increase my serotonin levels. So sitting nice and tall. Let me move back a little bit so you can see my legs on this. This is super important. You see the right leg position. So I'm going to start with my right leg first. You still can't see it, can you? Move my camera. I want to make sure you get it all in. This is the good stuff, guys. I had my camera mounted in a different place. I wanted to make sure the angle was good. So straight leg. Actually, let me do left leg first. Heel is going to rest against the platform, and you're sitting nice and tall. Use your yoga blocks to help you first to hinge forward from the hips, pushing the butt back. Foot is flexed. There's a beautiful hamstring stretch here, and you're hinging from the hips. This is called head to knee forward bend. Jana Sirsasana is the Sanskrit. But what we're going to do now is we're going to walk out and drop the head down and let the hands keep resting on the blocks. Take a big breath in, a long breath out. You can back off a little bit if it gets a little intense in the back, and then lean into it again. Come up a bit and exhale. I think about my big knuckles of my hand, the index finger knuckle pressing into the block, drawing shoulders back and chest toward the thigh. Walk the blocks back to the platform to sit tall, and then we'll come in the middle. Just bring the feet together in bound angle for a moment to recenter your pelvis and recenter your spine. You'll notice a difference of you stretched your right side. Now we'll stretch the left side of the back. Right leg goes out, left heel in toward the platform. I'm going to push down the blocks to get my length in my spine. I'm creating space between the bottom rib and the hip bone. From here, I hinge forward. I haven't rounded my spine yet. I'm going to walk out, pressing down in the blocks to lift up. Chin pulls in. Now, when I can't go any further, then I'm going to walk my hands and bend over. Maybe now walk the blocks out. Notice the sensations, the stretching of the hamstring. Back off a little bit, take a big inhale, lift up, and come over, head over knee second time. Back off on an inhale, I walk the blocks back for just a moment, and exhale. Stay here now and let the breath soften the pose, soften the muscles in the legs, the shoulders, the neck. Press into the blocks, that's super important. Push your right hip into the platform, and then finally walk back. Once you're back here, bring the feet together in bound angle again, hands on the knees, palms facing down. This is much more grounding than palms up. Eyes closed, and just feel the belly pressing back on the exhale, inhaling, expanding it, exhale, pulling back. Doing some belly breathing here to ground the lower chakras, the mudra, Mula Bandha. Just drop into the platform and just feel very grounded into the hips. It should feel wonderful after that practice. Every exhale breath, you let go of the worry, the to-do list, the in-laws, the kids, whatever is causing you a little angst today that you just can't fix. You're powerless against it. You just control your breath. That's one thing that you can control. I use the Serenity Prayer a lot this time of year. Flicker the eyes open, and we've got one more posture. This one is probably one of my favorites. Sometimes a little challenging to get into, but I want to show you how I do this. You can keep the platform running if you don't mind picking it up. Just be careful. I'm going to scoot the platform toward the wall. I'm going to give it about this much space, about, I don't know, a yoga block distance. Yeah, about a yoga block distance away from the wall. Now, to get on here, what I'm going to first do is sit on the platform. Oop, I went and shut it off. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm going to turn around. I have room for my feet. I'm going to scoot my lower back right on the platform and bring my shoulders and head down. And then I'm going to bend my knees so my knees are right over my hips. Head is long, shoulders are flat. So this is a very restorative pose, and you can keep your knees right there. The hip flexors are relaxed, and you're getting a lot of sensation, vibration in the lower back. This should feel so good. If you want more, straighten your legs, pressing heels toward the wall, toes pull toward your knees so the hamstrings are stretched out. And wiggle the shoulders. Relax the hands, relax the jaw, gently roll head side to side. And allow the weight of your thigh bones to sink into the platform. Again, you can always bend the knees if this feels better. You have to decide. There's a perfect pose for your body, and only you feel it. We'll hang out here just for a few more breaths. You can hang out here for 3 to 5 minutes easily in this posture. It's a very restorative, very adaptive posture for whatever is happening with your energy system. It gives you energy if you're feeling a little tired and lost your mojo, or if you're very wound up and very, very anxious. This will be a very calming pose for you. It adapts to what your body, your brain, your spirit needs. So to come out of this posture carefully, I'm going to have you roll to one side. Knees come to the ground. Now you've got a lot of blood flow in your head, so just stay on all fours for a moment. Then slowly bring yourself up. Head stays down until you feel okay. And then we'll end bringing the heart up and the head up. And soften the eyes. Bring your hands together. Very similar to how we started today's practice. Bowing the head toward the heart, taking this moment to be grateful that you can move the way you move, to be grateful for all the growing pains that we get in life, because really they're growing gains. And know that when all else fails, the stress, the anxiety, the worry, this too shall pass. I want to thank you so very much for allowing me to come into your house, your home today. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Namaste. So guys, that's our practice for today. I hope it was helpful for you. The whole practice should be somewhere about 30 minutes or so, but you can take it in chunks. You can do the centering, and that might be all you need. You can do the flow part without any weights, and that's cool. Then you can ground yourself in the restorative poses. Or you can center yourself, do a little flow, and add the weights. It's a kind of a mix match for you. You might want to do 2 sets, whatever your time permits, but the whole point is, as we always tell you, motion is lotion and movement is medicine. And anytime we can move and just forget about what's going on in the outside world and think about what's happening inside, we can control our breath, our moves, and we got to let go of what we can't control. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful for you. Any questions, any concerns, you can always private message me. You can find me, Roseann White, on Facebook, LiveFit, LIVFITT, 1001 on Instagram. I've got YouTube. Anywhere. I'm here to help you, just like Amber and Debbie are here to help you guys to live fit and age well. I want to thank you so much. Join me next Wednesday because it's 12 days of fitness. That's right, 12 days of fitness. I'm going to give you a workout routine that you can do from Christmas to New Year's to keep you going through the holidays with all those calories coming in. Let's burn them up. Bye for now.